Hey, imaginary internet friends. Good morning. Well, it's like 11:30, but I'm still really tired. So, it's morning for me. I woke up like 10 minutes ago. So I'm gonna play My Summer Car some. I played this a little bit on stream earlier, and I didn't do well. But I took some time to try and figure some things out, look at some tutorials, and I think I can entertain some relative better success this go around. I can entertain some relative... Let me get my stream going on another monitor here so I can see your comments. If there are any. Alright. I mean, I think everyone's out catching legendary Pokemon this morning, which is cool. I'll be doing that later this afternoon, later today, but in the meantime, I haven't put out a video in a few days, and this is a cheap and easy way to do it. Sorry. So I'm going to get back to doing videos that I put a little bit of effort into, though. Like, streaming is nice and everything, but it's just very, I don't know, informal. Alright, those in the know on how to play this game will probably agree. The first thing you'll want to do is go pretty much buy all the groceries over at Teimo's store, which is very inconveniently located all the way across the lake. So we take the van and go do that. Hopefully. Okay. That was weird. Come on. But they would, so I feel like my van's still... There we go. So I feel like my van's still running. I'm gonna do a supply run here early in the game, just because, yeah, otherwise you get yourself in a bad position, and like I was saying, things in this game just take forever. Like, truly. It's very easy to get stuck in a place where like, so I've definitely saved at times before where, you know, I didn't have enough gas to get across the lake in my boat, so I didn't end up driving the van, and it was like I saved during a time too where it wasn't convenient for me to drive until I would rest and things, and it's like I almost had to very delicately balance how much time do I wait to go start driving to the store so I can get there at the right time, so I can eat something or drink something and not die, and then also, like, you know, still have enough energy to come home. If you don't do a lot of this stuff early on, the game gets really tough. Like, the game starts beating up on you for your unpreparedness, whatever you want to say. You could even say like a real word there if you wanted to. So we're gonna go to Teimo's store. Basically, everything I've read and in my experience, the best way to get here is the boat. And it's nice because the easiest way to find it too is also probably the boat. So that's another reason I like to leave the van back there. It's a nice little marker. If you could see that back there, it's just like a big blue dot you can drive back toward. But yeah, like the town's up here, you can definitely see it from the lake. And there's like an actual port here in the town too, like or a little dock rather, and you can just like land there. It's very similar to the one at your house. It's just a short jog over to the convenience store. It's not a fun little jog because again, in efforts not to be helpful to the player, I think, maybe, or could be because this game is being developed by one person and there's just a lot to do. I mean, that's tough. This is a very good game with consideration to the fact one person is making it. And they're a person that's very like active in their own community and stuff too. You actually see the person post a lot on the Steam forums for future updates to the game, both talking about things that will be making it into the game, so things that are currently being worked on, as well as taking suggestions from the community. But yeah, I mean, this game is a marvel for being worked on by one person. Here's my first tip to you, to anyone playing this game. The boat is probably the most important vehicle you have, so always keep fuel for it and keep fuel in the boat. It takes the two-stroke fuel, which I think the moped does too, probably. Not confirmed for 2017 though. That's probably the only other thing I could imagine would have a motor of about this size and use that type of fuel though. I think the septic truck might be one of the only ones that uses diesel. I think my brother, so I purchased a copy of this game for my brother who's trying not to buy games right now, and he's put maybe as much time as I have into it, pretty close anyway. And he thinks maybe the blue van might be a diesel also, but I'm pretty sure I remember it being like regular, and I think regular in the US is like 93, but here it's 98, of which I totally don't remember what that means. Another reason I like to keep my own stream up so I can confirm I'm really just talking to myself, which is helpful. Because I know that people might end up watching this video, but I know that I'm also not needing to interact with anyone particularly right now. Okay. Kill the engine. The boat, I mean, there's no anchor on it or anything, but it doesn't really move. It takes a lot of force to make anything in this game move. Probably have to get my my pushing arms out when I get back and push off into the water. Also, even in its idle setting, it doesn't really go faster than you do swimming in the water, so it's pretty easy to catch back up with the boat. The bigger concern is if the boat ever runs out of gas in the middle of the lake, which I've had before, then basically your only option is to push it back to shore, and that takes forever, and it will kill you. Like, you'll die inside, basically. Like, it won't actually kill you. You guys are an amazing swimmer. Here's this guy at the gas station in his sports car. He's always a jerk. He calls you an idiot, among other things that I won't say on stream, but I always just like to come up here, and this isn't like a pro tip, it's just something I like to do, is just, you know, pee on him a little bit. He beats you up for like lesser offenses than that, but for whatever reason he doesn't care about that. Could be a fetish thing. Alright, I think you need like 2 of these, 3 of these basically. I'm gonna buy 2 coolant because I don't remember. I always get a case of beer just for the boat. Buy pretty much all the food. You're gonna need it all. I'd say milk's kind of worthless, but like in terms of thirst, there's so many different ways to address your thirst. It's not particularly important. You got a case of beer at home. I like to keep a case of beer in the boat just as a survival tactic. even though, I mean, it kind of makes my guy seem like an alcoholic also. Oh, when you're here, make sure you also buy the fan belt. It's the one car piece you don't have back in your garage that you basically absolutely need. Okay, this is the frustrating part. And for anyone who doesn't want to just listen to me ramble on about things, you might just skip ahead here a little bit. Oh, I've never seen this guy driving around like an idiot like that before. Is he gonna try and kill me, or... Okay, cool. So this game is at least slightly about building a car. You know, rebuilding an engine, rebuilding a car, that sort of thing. But it's mostly about what life was like back in Finland in 1995, and it's kind of like a, I think, kind of like a white trash simulator, seemingly. Just based on the behaviors that this game, I'm not going to say it forces you to have, but it definitely doesn't discourage. Like, they kind of make beer the easiest and best way to do lots of stuff. So your guy has alcoholic tendencies. Like, your fatigue is super important that you rest places, so you end up kind of sleeping all over the place. In future updates, it's probably going to be even worse, because one of the things the developer's been saying about this game is that... Sorry, I'm taking a look at my kickball team to see if anyone's... I think we might be practicing today. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. So in the future, the developer's going to have like a sleeping bag you can take with you anywhere, so you can end up sleeping anywhere. As best I've seen so far, there's no penalty for peeing anywhere. You know, if there's like, there are police in this game, right? But as best I've seen, they pull you over for traffic offenses or reckless driving or things like that. Not pertaining to, like, I don't know, just peeing on people. And, oh wow. This isn't my guy being drunk, by the way. This is just me being bad at this game. There's a slot machine here at the convenience store. Works like any other slot machine. I've actually only ever made money on it, but I don't know if that's similar to other people's experiences. You kind of need most of the money you get in this game. You end up needing it anyway. So, and then you end up doing jobs in this game too, like cleaning out septic tanks is a big one, delivering firewood. I forget some of the others. Oh, hey, I have viewers for a second. Hey Harry and Powell. I don't know. Sorry if I'm pronouncing any of those wrong. I mean, Harry seems pretty straightforward. Alright, so sorry, this is the kind of maintenance boring part of this game where I'm just buying, firstly, the fan belt. The fan belt's, like I was saying, the one garage piece you don't have in your garage you need to make your car run. And kind of buying all the supplies too, like all the fluids and everything, so that at some point, I guess I didn't bring the jerry can with me, but that's okay. You defaultly have a little bit of gas in your jerry can, so you'll at least be able to see if the car runs, I think. And I'm so far from having the car run right now that I'm hoping people will bear with me if I have to come back at some point just to get a little gas, probably 8 hours from now. I don't know how long it's going to take me to build this thing, because the last time I was building the car, I had quite literally no idea what I was doing. All this schlepping back and forth kind of makes your dude thirsty. That's why I suggest early on getting the boat beers onto your boat. And beer, and you know what? Be white trash about it and throw your empties in the lake too. Yeah, boat beers will effectively save your life. Alright. Sorry again, you're gonna have to go back and get those fluids still. I like to make, if possible, only ever like one run to Timo's until I have my car built. The car is just so much faster than the van. The van, I mean, effectively only has one gear, and it goes about 30 miles per hour. And so to drive to town, I feel like it takes, honestly, in real, like, in-game time, probably between 15 and 20 minutes. Like, I've never actually timed it out, but I've nearly fallen asleep in real life just driving back and forth between this town and going back home, so the boat's just a much better way to go. And hey, what's up, Kyle? Yes, I am a looser, and I have 18 subs. I don't do spelling tutorials, but you should check out some of the other live streams that teach people how to spell. Of course, if you're watching my summer car, you're probably like Finnish or something stupid. Alright, like I said, this is the really exciting part, so I appreciate all 6 of you who are just watching me carry motor oil from a convenience store to a boat. I'll admit I could probably find better things to do, but hopefully I'll get to actually building this car here in a second. I don't know how many of the people watching the stream actually care about that. It's like I feel like most people who've played this game for at least, I don't know, 6 hours end up looking at tutorials and figuring out how to build the car, because they make, although the controls in this game are kind of garbage and everything's completely, entirely too sensitive, and putting all the pieces together is a pain in the ass, like, most people know how to do it. Most people, I think, have put the car together, in my experience. But if you haven't, I'm going to get started on that soon. My redneck friend is gone. He's normally hanging out here. There's the bus driver. Say hi to him. Trying to see what else I still have over here. Coolant, motor oil. Oh my gosh. You know what? I might just like take this back and get started on the engine. It's getting pretty tired, and I'm getting pretty tired of like hauling stuff back and forth. So one thing that's nice about this game, any of the stuff you leave laying around will be there later, so there's no need to worry about that. It's just, yeah, it's a pro tip for this game. Just come buy everything you need immediately and leave all of it outside of the shop, so that even if you have to come back later and get it, it's still there. The biggest thing is just buying food. Like, you go through food pretty quickly in this game and like sometimes don't even notice. And then if you're out of food, it becomes kind of a big deal kind of immediately. And it's such a pain, like, just to run back here. This is, yeah, 2-stroke fuel again. Always have 2-stroke fuel in your boat. Getting stranded in the middle of the lake is the worst feeling in the world. And I'm sure I've got the fuel to get back right now, but because I haven't really gone anywhere but here once. Alright. Cool. I'd say that's a successful trip, even though we didn't really get everything. We've got about everything we need for, I don't know, 4 hours of car construction. do I know about the drunk millionaire? I know there's a drunk guy in this game. I didn't know he was a millionaire, necessarily. That much news to me, I guess. Does he pay lots of money for rides home? I think that's one of the job types, right, is driving the drunk guy home. Because there's a location, the drunk guy's usually, I'm guessing, at that bar back there that's connected to Timo's shop. And then, like a lot of the maps, there's maps in the Steam community that highlight the drunk guy and the drunk guy's house. So I would assume that he plays some kind of part in that. Let me tell you. Alright. The comments section here, I'm about to be regaled with a tale about the drunk millionaire. I'm excited. I'm somewhere between a novice and intermediate player of this game. I'm definitely, I think most people who play this game have at least 100 hours, and I've only got maybe 20, so. Okay, calls you at midnight if you bring him home like 6 or 7 times. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll tell you about how he won the lottery. Alright. Okay. So, once I got picked up by a hitchhiker who, or I mean, I was the hitchhiker, that didn't make any sense. So once I was hitchhiking, because I flipped my van on its side, and then started talking to this dude, and gave him the finger while I was riding in his car, which is probably not the right move. But I don't remember if he was drinking before that, or if he just started drinking a lot more after I did that, and then sped up a lot and killed me. I don't know if anyone else has had that experience, but is that the same drunk guy? My guess is probably, but... Well, maybe not, though. I mean, does he not have a car? Nice. I mean, if that's true, that's pretty awesome. I guess the more expensive part of this game isn't like building the car. From what I understand, it's basically maintaining and repairing your car. I haven't gotten much yet into the aspects of body repair, and I don't know if there's a way to actually do, like, repair all the panels and everything. I haven't watched tutorials and that sort of thing. Mostly just know how to like put the engine together and all the different suspension and parts, but I know that it costs a lot if you're gonna like take your car to a mechanic and upgrade all the parts to do. I mean, there's, I think, also rally racing, and then there's a drag strip over at the airfield. I think those are all real things. Okay, but you can escape him killing you with an axe. That's good. So is it just the one time that he comes back and tries to kill you? Can you kill him? Like, how do you use the moped? Can you hold anything while you're on the moped, though? Like, I know the moped's fast. I actually like driving the moped a lot better. And I actually have a better, I would say, career history of not dying while driving the moped. In comparison to the van. I gotta get some boat beers going on here real quick. My guy's thirsty. Alright. Plus, it's time to enjoy nature out here and just kind of take it all in. Remember to throw your empties in the lake, otherwise they'll take up space in your boat. Do your part, you know. Alrighty. Back to it. A long day of work ahead of me. I will be making more videos, Kyle Kelly, I promise. I just picked up a game yesterday that looks like it's trying to be The Legend of Zelda, called Yonder. I don't know how new it is, but it's new to me, at least in terms of seeing it on Steam. That might be my next video. But I've not been able to dive into it very deep so far, and I don't want to be just mean to the game just for the sake of being mean to it. I think there's a lot of YouTubers who are just like, I know, to get the views, I'll use the funny thing about just calling every game complete shit and then just, you know, question marks profit. But I don't know, like the game, if it is crap, I'll call it crap, but if it's something better than crap, then I need to be fair to it too. But yeah, Yonder, it looks kind of cool, except, I mean, it looks very derivative of kind of the Legend of Zelda cartoon cell shading kind of graphic world. And there's a scene pretty early on that looks almost shot for shot like the part of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I should turn my boat off, you know? Just having that thought now. Alright. Yeah. And the part where Link in the new game just runs out to the field and you get this big panoramic shot of like the landscape you'll be running around and everything, which is a beautiful shot and it's really cool. But this game just basically tries to rip it off, and like it doesn't have the same effect necessarily. Maybe if you haven't played Breath of the Wild it seems kind of cool, but otherwise it just seems like, hey, you guys obviously stole this idea directly from Legend of Zelda. And it doesn't seem like an homage necessarily, because I mean, your gameplay is already an homage, right? Maybe. It's not as bad as the first video I ever made. If you want to go back and watch terrible videos of mine, is Oceanhorn. I think I called it Zelda Horn, A Link to the Ocean. Where'd my controller go? Oh, there it is. I swear, like, my character drinking this game makes me feel drunk sometimes. It's because I'm kind of a method actor, though. Add you on FaceTime. Okay. Kyle Kelly. Let's see. I might give you a shout out as one of the quickest people to turn around on a stream ever. From calling me a loser to being my biggest fan, I guess. But I'm too old to even know how to add you on FaceTime. That's the like Apple-specific Skype, right? By the way, I'm like 30, so I'm 90% of the way to being dead. Alright, cool. So are there any other funny achievements I should know about too? Like I know, like if you pee on the sauna, that's golden steam, is that what they call it? I'm gonna try and open this in my fridge and see what happens, because most of it's groceries. And I don't really care if my fan belt's in the fridge for a second. Normally I just do the white trash thing where I just leave everything out in my yard and just kind of like eat it as is, because I don't think there's any benefit to actually putting any of this stuff in the refrigerator. Like I don't think it's gonna like food poison you one way or the other. Yeah, I mean that was close, right? Take the old brake fluid out of here. I am 30, yes. I know I look so much younger, but I look like a 20-year-old cancer patient, but no, I'm 30. I know, I'm 30 years old and this is how I choose to spend my time. Yeah, well, that was not the objective, but this game, kind of, in my experience, never goes to plan, so, yeah. Oh, look, there's still a million sausages on the floor. At least I got all the brake fluid out of there, and the fan belt. I did get most of the car parts in the fridge, which is pretty solid. And hey, thanks guys for tuning in for Sausage Stacking Simulator 17. This is one of my favorite games. Oh, you know what? Now you guys know that I'm definitely a noob. I mean, there were strong suspicions earlier, right? Like things were looking bad. The fact that I didn't buy mosquito spray while I was there is definitely an absolute dead giveaway. Not that like the fly buzzing around is annoying or anything. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Unplug that phone. The ratchet set. Where do I get that? Do I get that from the mechanic? I don't always put the food in the fridge. I think because I'm doing a stream for as many as 9 people right now, I want people to believe that I'm a better human being than I really am. Normally, though, I'll just like explode the grocery bag somewhere out in the yard, and then like just live that white trash dream of having all your groceries within arm's reach of your car. But I'm trying to set a better precedent. I'm trying to be a role model here on the internet. Oh gosh. You know where this game is a lot like real life is that I oftentimes get stuck between standing, what I would call maybe stooping, I mean, I don't know, and then crouching. And then I also walk around my house a lot like this all the time, so that much is pitch perfect. You don't put macaroni in the fridge though, obviously. I'm going to put that in the pantry. So is anyone watching my stream right now not like a red-blooded American? And is anyone, it'd be awesome if anyone's from Finland and can validate how accurate this is to Finland in 1995. I see what you're saying there about answering the phone, and you're right, except, I mean, for one thing, can't the phone kill you if you answer it while it's storming? That's something I've heard. Not that I'm, like, dumb enough to do that, necessarily. But, I mean, otherwise, yeah, most people leave the phone on just so they can put darts on the map, right? For your jobs, because you don't have to do jobs in any specific timeline, as best I understand. You guys all seem to be pretty big fans of this game, too. What are some things that you know? Oh, from Ireland. Nice. Very nice. What time is it in Ireland right now? Here in the Midwest America, it's about, I don't know, I feel like I had a phone right here. It's about noon. Alright, I'm gonna eat some sausages, take a nap, maybe take a shower when I get up here. I like to go to bed dirty, though. So if the drunk guy calls me while I'm sleeping, does it like wake me up? I mean, the phone's stupidly loud, so I would think, yeah, sure. Oh, another rookie mistake. I forgot to turn my furnace on. Because this sauna bit, like, warming up your sauna basically takes 1 in-game hour. Or longer, I don't even know. It's alright, I'll just be dirty today, I guess. I'm a dirty girl. Can I die of having too much pee, or do I just pee myself? Alright. By viewer, oh wow, that was immediate. That was crazy. So by viewer request only, I'm gonna turn my phone back on. So I've never delivered firewood. I know where the firewood is and there's an axe. I'm guessing, do you have to chop the firewood yourself? Like, and then how long does that process take? It's 1712. It's military time. It's like 512. That was as educational as my my stream's going to be today, probably. And it didn't really explain what military time was, just what one specific time in military time was. Nope, still not hot enough to pee on this. So in Ireland, do you guys have a huge hard-on for saunas too, or do you just shower like normal people? Like, I think as best I can tell, that's in this game because it's like a common thing in Finland even now. Like, people have saunas in their houses and they just love them. Alright, time to validate the fact I can build an engine. Let's get to work on that. Yeah. Put one of these guys in there. Sounds good, sure. The bearings are always like the hardest part for me. I don't know if anyone else has a trouble with the bearings. They're just super finicky though. There we go. Like, you know, everything in this game is very exact, but I feel like the bearings are the worst. I'm getting through them pretty quick this time, though. Cool. Just want to stare at the floor for a second before I grab, I don't remember, maybe a number 9. Yeah, cool. Alright, so next we're going to do the pistons. If anyone knows, in the, any of you viewers know which size spanner I need for the pistons, go ahead and put it in the comments now so I don't have to waste my time. I think it's pretty close to a 9 though. It's like 8 or 9. Which direction is this? I'm not paying attention. Is this 1? Yeah, piston 1. Oh, there we go. Alright. Piston 2. Shit. Oh, sorry, I've got a button for that. There we go. It's very intelligent for them to have a swear button, by the way. Also, I'm not one of the YouTubers that swears a lot, but I'm also not one that's like, I'm never gonna swear, and I'm above that, so it's just like, it shows humanity. I think everyone stubbed a toe before, everyone said something offensive before. Might as well just lean into it. Yeah, they were saying by the faster toolkit, is that the mechanic's place or what? And then, again, yeah, it's like, I barely know this game. I basically know where the 2 towns are, what things to buy, not to die, how to make myself less dirty, how to screw together an engine in a car. I haven't even actually made a car that, I mean, I've made a car that runs, but I haven't made a car that actually went in gear before, so I'm sure I messed up something in the, like in this whole clutch build right there. Cool. So that, let's put one of these guys on. I don't think that requires the use of any screws, bolts, nuts, any of that stuff. Then we got this guy. Cylinder head. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, and we're even using the same wrench. Look at that. How much faster is the ratchet set? Because honestly, I don't feel like this takes that much time. Like, I'm not really competing right now at this point for like the world record, which I think at the moment is just under 46 minutes or something like that. This is a game I could see being a very entertaining speedrun, by the way. Just want to see like the different times at which people like are peeing while also building the car. Alright, and then I think I can put this guy on probably. And if I do something wrong, you guys are certainly welcome to correct me, but you're also welcome to just sit at home and laugh your asses off because you know that this car is not going to work when I get done with it. And that's half the fun, I assume, of watching a stream like this. And again, I believe something you can do here, you'll notice this thing has a bunch of screws too. So that you can mess with like the pistons and their timing by changing the screws there and get your car to run hopefully a little more smoothly. It's not something I'm probably going to do, just being honest, but let's try 7. Oh, beta versions, okay. Right, crash, crash, crash. Okay, I know you're saying no joke, but the command crash, crash, crash makes me think maybe you're lying. And I honestly don't feel like the ratchet set, if it is real, could be that much faster. Plus, I don't know, man. For me, half the fun's just building the dang car, right? Or the engine. Is it time to put this thing on a hoist, maybe? Oh. Yeah, not all that close. Alright. So, of the people I got watching me this morning, do you guys watch a lot of streams, or is this unusual for you? And what kind of streams do you normally watch? Because, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people watch My Summer Car, which is surprising. I know I wouldn't. But, I don't know, like what is a popular game you guys like to watch on stream? The only reason I don't necessarily want to do the ratchet set, like you're saying there, without doing a little more... Did that really not screw in there? Or whatever. It's just because this is a game for trolls made by trolls, so it's just hard to take anyone seriously. There we go. Try this again. So why isn't that lifting? Oh, that's annoying. Alright, you buggy crap. What else? What's next? I feel like I could put the alternator in the carb on at this point, probably. If I can go ahead and grab the block here. Oh, and the header, probably. Yeah, I'll put the header on. That might be why it's not hoisting anyway. So in an average build, because it seems like you guys play this game, in an average build, yeah, CSGO, I could see that. How many times do you guys drop the engine on the floor? I mean, you guys are all going to say, like, none, I'm a pro. I'm a consummate professional, I would never do that. I would say I drop the engine on the floor on average 5 times at least. Alright. Man, look at this. I mean, not technically riveting, but riveting gameplay. I feel like you got more screws than that. There we go. Or nuts, rather. What am I saying? Screws. Actually, does the alternator go on that side? It goes on this little mount, right? Or one of these. Yeah. This one, what am I holding, a 7? No. 7 and 10. So I could put the fan belt on. No, I couldn't yet. Never mind. So I'd need a couple pulleys to put that on. Duh. The most common thing I run into. Oh, hey! You don't drop that to the floor if there's a beer case under it. What another great reason to have a beer case lying around. I usually have like 3 cases of beer lined up right over here. Just I don't know. Just because. But I'm just trying to get right into engine assembly today. Because, you know, I'm entertaining company. Where... Let's keep guessing, I guess. I feel like I had the 7 already. I mean... Man, is there nothing more entertaining than watching someone struggle to find the correct spanner to screw in these nuts? There we go. There's 1, 2. I feel like there's probably more than 2. 3. 4 seems about right. I mean, we'll find out when my car explodes. Alright, let's try the hoist again here. It's been a little bit since I've given you guys a reason to like just laugh at me, so alright, well, yeah, okay. So, let's see, out in the comments, does anyone else have like a YouTube channel? Should I be watching some of your stuff? I mean, I'm just getting into it. I've got, including this stream, I'll probably have something like 16 videos, I think, or 17 maybe. So I'm an amateur at that too. You can, if you want to tune in, you can see some of my amateurish Sony Vegas edits. And there's a lot of material out there from me in terms of like learning what not to do. I feel like I'm really good about that. Yeah, as I said, it seems like it's well on there now. What is it that makes it stay on? Like, is it the headers? That seems to be the key. Alright. Word. Have fun, brother. Don't know. Don't care. See you in a little bit. I don't know. Good question. Did you find it? Oh, no. It's right here. Yo, hermano. Alright. That was the exciting climax of today's stream. Ah, Ola of Brazil. Which would be hello of Brazil. And hello to you. That was like a comment from 10 minutes ago. I'm terrible. Anyway, did I screw both of those in? Man, that'd be an embarrassing thing, right? Nope, sure didn't. So I doubt he even showed on the camera, because like my camera's super dark. I could just like turn a light on maybe, but it's a bit, feeling a bit vampire today. You probably didn't even see or hear him, but I do have a brother and I have friends, but you won't see them. Well, I might be going out to play some Pokemon Go today. I mean, they released, what, Lugia and Articuno? It's a size 6, right? You know what though, actually, I don't need the tachometer, I can kind of hear that. I don't really know that there's too many clocks in this game. I'd kind of rather have the clock. Apparently I'm wrong about that being a size 6. Size 5? Alright, so it's a size 7? Size 7. So I could see this game doing this too. The clock, does it actually tell you the right time or not? Because I could see that being a thing where it wouldn't even tell you the actual correct time. Or do you have to program it? Who knows? If you guys have any daily hygiene pro tips out there for me too, this is the only way I know how to get clean. I think it's probably the only way is using the sauna. And I don't know if I'm using it to peak efficiency though. I'm just gonna leave the water running because I'm obviously rich, and actually my character lives with his parents, so that's like the 19-year-old thing to do, is not be worried about it. Man, my guy is super dirty. I was hoping the sunlight might kind of like, you know, make my stream visible. I'm gonna go turn a light on real quick. Alright, that may have done something. Probably not though. Sorry if you can all see how horrifyingly ugly I am now. You keep getting there. Nice. What does the error say? I'll play help desk and help you out real quick. Have you tried unplugging my stream and plugging it back in? I feel bad for anyone who just joined the stream right now and is just watching me do like the naughty cam girl thing of like cleaning myself, but whatever. Alright, that's clean enough, right? I'm just gonna hug that door real quick apparently. I'm gonna bring my beer out in the garage like a real red-blooded Finlander. Finlandian. Cool. I feel like we're missing some parts here, right? think it's time to start working on the water pump. Or actually, I should put the camshaft gear on before I forget it. Nope. See, I thought that was a 7, which is what I thought I was holding on to. Maybe it's a 10. Time for everyone's least favorite game show. Guess that spanner. Oh, is that... I might be able to throw that in there right now, right? It's funny, because anyone watching me play the stream knows that my character's not really been drinking all that much. But his movements are like that of someone who's near fatal levels of blood alcohol poisoning. Or alcohol poisoning. So, My Summer Car 2, do you think that's going to have VR support? Would you want VR support? Or just because VR is a gimmick? Hey, thanks, Joel. And for those not in the know, which, you know, would be most of you, Joel's my brother. He caught 2 Articuno today, so everyone can congratulate him on that. Or be like, hey, you're an a-hole. I don't have one yet. Wow, I seriously do L2P though. Finally. What else? Where's my... There it is. Oh. Am I forgetting something? Is there something else that goes on here first? I don't think so. Where does it go? Oh no. Oh no, they know I'm a noob. Dang it. This is my nightmare. What? Alright, whatever. Screw that. Should be able to put these in, right? Okay. Do I get support? I'm not sure what that necessarily means. Like, am I on the welfare? No. Do I have a Patreon page? No. Do I do this as a job? No. I mean, those should be obvious as much, at least, because I would be way better at this if I did. Did I end up giving my brother any help with his thing? Oh, okay. The valves cover. Oh, right. Well, no, because... Oh, they need to, am I ready to put the timing chain on? Is that what it is? Yeah, and then I can put the timing plate on, then the water pump. That sounds right. Okay. Just drop that on the floor for good measure. Cool. Yeah, this seems more correct. Cool. Thanks for that tip. Maybe I'll have to give you a shout out in my next video too. There's an equally good chance my next video might also just be like a more in-depth look at this game, because I made like a first look at this game back when I had no idea what it was. And I think the things I said about it are still fair and are still valid. Like the things about this game that I don't think are necessarily broken, but they're just frustrating. Oh yeah, I remember throwing that on the floor now. But yeah, I just didn't know really much about the game when I made the video. Oh yeah, I knew it went up there. I have no brothers. Well, hey, Kyle, if that's true, I'm very sad to hear that. If it's not true, it's a weird thing to say, but yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. You may now use the comment section as a place to vent and talk about it if you want, but know in advance I'm not like a trained counselor or anything. Nor do I play one on TV. What size are you? 8? Nice. I didn't even have to go all the way through the entire spanner set. Probably going to play for about 20 more minutes, because I can already feel my urine and my dirtiness, like, going off the charts here. I need to go out and play some Pokemon Go today as well. I need to get some egg progress, but also I just need to, like, you know, exercise. That sort of thing. Oh, hello. Cool, thanks. How many tickets did I have? Like 100? How many parking tickets did I have? Like 10? Okay. Not bad. I said, oh, not bad. Sweet. If you guys are playing Guess That Spanner and at home, go ahead and put your guesses as to what this spanner size is in the comments. And if you're right, you'll get the satisfaction of knowing you were right. See, there's no way they're like 12s or something. I mean, I haven't tried 11, I guess. See, normally I would look at a guide or something, right? I think I still have one pulled up over here, but who knows. So if you guys will look at my desktop for a second, sorry. Yeah, that's what I thought. Aren't they 7? Whatever. I don't know if I lost you guys for a second or not, but... ah, crap. Okay, cool. Success. Sort of. Now what do? I feel like this goes on that side. Maybe I can't do it yet. No, I would think that goes on before any of the parts of the gearbox, right? Okay. Sorry, I had to switch back over again because I like Yeah, I mean, I could do the fan belt. I did buy it at least. It might still be in my fridge. Let me see. Or in my kitchen at the very least. For all the viewers I have out there, I've been waiting just to see how the fan belt gets installed, because it's apparently a confusing thing for most people. It was for me. It's slightly more involved than other things. Here's how you do that. You need your screwdriver. And I guess by default that's unscrewed. You're just going to use the mouse wheel, scroll that up. I just put it in as close as possible. I think that's the easiest way to get it to actually hook on there. And yeah, just kind of look at the water pulley. And I want to tighten it. Maybe not all the way, but I think I go to where I tighten it all the way, and then I go up about 2 notches, and that seems to do pretty well for me. If you go all the way, or not far enough, it'll end up spitting your fan belt back out onto the ground. The crazy part is, like, that part's frustrating, but the creepy part is that it also puts it back in its packaging. I don't know how it does that. It's weird. Oh yeah, where's my air filter? Right here. That looks like a thing that probably fits on here, right? Cool. Does that have any bolts? Yeah, there we go. Maybe a 6? Hey, not too bad. Wait, Joel, so I mean, I don't know if he's just being like, haha, I go all the way, you know, right? Like, sexual Nintendo, or if like he's being serious. But anytime I went all the way, my fan belt would just like fall on the ground, or like my engine would run unnecessarily rough. But please denote in the comments whether or not that was a sexual Nintendo. Alright. Everyone following along at home is like, huh, that's weird. I've never seen someone just like randomly start putting on, you know, the head and tail lights at this part for literally no reason. Just because I'm tired of working on the engine for a second. Plus, I think, you know how some people say cars look like they have faces and stuff. I mean, I guess I would agree with that. I feel like the headlights are what gives a car personality, though. So this thing looks a lot more derpy with its headlights actually put in. Although now it also looks like it's just watching me. Did I know there's a horn? Actually, no. I always was confused about that. It's like in the steering wheel. I mean, if you look at that, that's not the steering wheel. Like, basically all I have when I finish mine is like still that little hole in there. Is it like an actual car horn, or is it like a hilarious bike horn? Put the oil filter on before I forget that. Or no, yeah, there we go. You just screw that on by hand. Starter, is that in the back? Or on the side? It's like on the side over here. Whatever. What else? I'm just gonna do some, like, I know I can put the battery in right now, right? It won't affect anything. Let's just do that. Like, it confused me that there wasn't at least, like, you know, a bolt or something on the battery. But to the best of my knowledge, you just throw that in there too. Like, it just makes me feel uncomfortable, but whatever. seems to work fine. I feel like I'm stalling now a little bit because I didn't. I was fairly confident at one point that this just goes in the back, and that kind of. Yeah, there we go. I don't think there's no place for bolts on there. Let's put the old flywheel on now. Is it a size 8? Yeah. Sweet. The gearbox is the part that makes me really nervous because, like I said, I got my car running before, but it wouldn't go into gear. So I obviously messed something up here before. Okay. Does that go? Yeah, directly in there. Alright, so I have witnesses this time at least. Like, did I do that correctly? Are there any... Yeah, there's a couple bolts right here, right? Oh, there's a lot of bolts. Okay. Let's try a 10? No? Oops, this is 11. Or, oh, this is the 10. Let's see your uncle's turtles. Sweet, what kind of turtles? Oh, and it's Kyle Kelly's aunt's birthday. Man, there's a lot going on. I'm trying to read the chat, but I'm also trying to put together an engine. Jeez. Sorry. So how old's your aunt? Is she around 30? Or no, you live in Ireland. Who cares? What about... Yeah, what kind of turtles? I mean, I'm not like a turtle expert, but I know a little bit about turtles. If you want to Google a cute-looking turtle real quick, look up the African side-neck turtle. It's a cute one because it's got like a painted-on smile, basically. Man. What in the world? I feel like there's maybe this. Okay. Also, do you guys have any tips on knowing what size bolt it is, other than do you just memorize everything basically? It is worm, or it is warm, or it is both. What does it mean if it's warm in Ireland? Yeah, see, but Jacob, and I guess, again, you know, the internet being full of trolls like it is, I was told if I find the suitcase, I can pick it up, and I can still escape from the dude. Yeah, so you can escape from the murderer. So, now I'm not sure. I mean, I don't need the money until maybe I would want to turn this car into a rally car, so at that point, I might try and, you know, find the whole suitcase thing and do all that. But in the meantime... No, I don't really need the money. I'm just trying to, as my parents say, not be lazy and put together my dad's car. Which I feel like is totally fair. Gosh, quit being lazy and just like build an addition onto our house. First of all, I think in the game universe here, yeah, he tries to kill you. From what I've been told, yeah, from other people. Again, though, you know, it's advice you're hearing on the internet, so take it with a grain of salt and make sure you save your game. you can apparently escape from him, and yeah, just walk away with all the money you'll ever need in this game. Like, I don't even know, is the suitcase full of like $5 million or what? Okay, crash code again. So again, this sounds like fake news, but it might be real. I'm just pretty satisfied trying to put together this engine in the meantime, though. Can't remember, is there anything else I need to put in here? I don't feel like my engine's done yet. The drive gear? Yeah, I think that goes in the end here. Okay. Let's screw that in. Or whatever. Oh, you know what? And that looks like a bolt I gotta do there too. I think that's literally where I messed up on my other car. I think I figured it out. So I don't think I screwed everything there is to screw into the drive gear on this thing. And I'm guessing that would result in this part not working. And if I had to speculate, I would say that a drive gear is probably pretty important in making your car drive. How was that for a professional comment? Change of plans today. I could play whatever, whenever today. Okay, so cool. Again, that's my brother in the stream, so I guess he's available. I've been playing a lot of, and I might start streaming PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I know it's just like a drop in the bucket, or, you know, adding to the noise of what that game is at this point. Like, but people seem to like watching streams of that. What am I missing here? I mean, that's where that connects to the actual half shafts down there. Cool. I mean, this all looks good, but that's what's got me scared. Oh yeah, I need the oil pan for sure. There we go. And then that looks like a place for my starter. Probably. Hey, I'm proud of myself. I remembered where I tossed that on the shelf. Oh yes, yeah, Car Mechanic Simulator. Yeah, I like that game too, but I feel like it's not nearly. Maybe I just didn't play it enough, or maybe I mean I think I played. There was a Car Mechanic Simulator 14, right? And so that was the one I think I played more. I just felt like it wasn't really complete. There just wasn't that much to do. I remember changing a lot of like suspension-y parts and stuff or whatever. I did like the simulation type aspect of using like used parts or whatever and trying to almost kind of cheat your customers and that sort of thing. But yeah, like the green like ratcheting into or out of all the different parts, that's all I could think of as Car Mechanic Simulator when I saw that element of this game. I was like, oh, this is CMS. It's a fun game too. I might have to play that more. Oh, really? CMS 18 is out. Oh, junkyards. Okay, well, huh. Thanks, Jacob. That's good to know. It means I'm going to be even more broke than I am now, because I'm for sure going to pick that up soon. Maybe not today, but definitely soon. Soon TM. I'm assuming it's in Steam, right? Oh, I forgot to drink some of my feel like drinking beer helps my guy find the right spanner anyway. Actually, let's start filling that guy up. Maybe my goal this summer is to fill this entire pit with beer cans. Alright. I thought this one was a 12. I guess I'm just wrong now. I can't stop streaming now until I figure out the spanner sizes for all these little parts, because otherwise I'll forget where I was and end up not doing it, and then I'll have real problems. Man, that is fun. Like screwing all these bolts in while your character's drunk. Oh, nice. At least the starter has the same size spanner. Man, that sounds really cool about CMS 18. I mean, that's good looking out, Jacob. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to look for that game. Yeah, but I haven't played since 14. I'm sure they've done all kinds of cool stuff to that franchise since then. I think my parents also said I'm supposed to not drink alcohol while they're gone, but I'm not the perfect son, you know. And that's true in real life too. Let me see. I gotta be missing some bolts on this thing, right? I mean, that's the important one. That's the one right there. It's basically the drain plug. If you don't put that one in, you're in trouble. I mean, over time you're in trouble, but pretty quickly. I thought I saw, yeah, that's not screwed in. Let's see. Alright, got that guy. Alright, comment section, help me out. There's that one still. Are there any other bolts I'm missing on any of these parts? Let me answer the phone real quick. It's a great way to get distracted and end up ruining my engine. Cool sewage job. Yeah. Man, that is a long drive in the truck, especially for me in the septic tank truck. I haven't figured out how to change between low gears and high gears. So it's among the slowest vehicles probably in the game for me, just because, you know, ignorant. Man, my guy stayed drunks for a while. Let's try 14. I feel like that's way too big. Man, I don't know. 11. There we go. Drunken Master. Sweet. That might be a complete engine build for all I remember. I don't see a lot of engine parts left over here. I think all this stuff kind of goes up against the firewall, to my recollection. What's this guy? Yeah, brake master cylinder. Cool. So this ended up being kind of a comprehensive tutorial on how to build an engine. I mean, also like a slow play, because I think there are other people who do it in like probably under 10 minutes, but hey, who cares? Yeah, do I want lots and lots of booze in MSC? Of course. Alright, so I need to figure out, the comment section's hooking me up with that, how to get lots and lots of free beer, so end up pulling all the rest of the beer out of my truck here. I feel like you can never have too much of this stuff here in the garage. Oh, actually, were these my boat beers? No, these are... I think I need to take these back. I didn't mean to take those out. Boat beers are key to survival in this game. Do a little housekeeping real quick, though. And let's put my fluids on the shelf. Sure, that looks good. Yeah. I can step in the pit for a second, I suppose. So, why doesn't the brake fluid say brake/clutch fluid when not at the store? Because that would be something that would be helpful, sort of. Like, I definitely made a trip, not early in this playthrough, obviously, but last time I built this car back to the store because I thought clutch fluid was different. Because, you know, I'm a city boy. And that was just like a giant waste of my time. How am I? Pretty good. Welcome back, by the way, Kyle. The bad news for everyone else, though, is that my urine and fatigue and my dirtiness are like way on the rise. So I'm probably moments from turning off the stream and putting my life together for today. That's the pantry. I'm role-playing this drunk 19-year-old from Finland really well right now. Is everyone watching their Game of Thrones today? Piss on the sauna. Yeah, I already got the achievement gold in Steam, but I mean, I feel like that's a good way to end things here anyway. Just hopefully next time I do a stream here, I'll remember to put my boat beers back in my boat. Oh yeah, that's nice. Does this make your dirtiness go up or down? I feel like I know which one it should do, but I've heard people say that it actually makes you cleaner somehow. Let me make sure I get my face down here in the fumes. Ah yeah, some good stuff. Alright, well hey, I appreciate you all and for stopping by my stream today. If you liked, I don't know, this video, I guess. If you like me, then subscribe to my channels, comment on my videos, all that normal crap everyone will tell you to do. But hey, most importantly, do what makes you happy, unless, you know, it's like directly hurting other people or whatever. And I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully I'll be putting the suspension and stuff together. I learned something not to put the fenders on the car right away, because it's just a good way to get them damaged. Don't do it. Yeah, anyway. Cool. Keep an eye out for me. I should be streaming this again, possibly as soon as later today. Who knows? But I had fun. I'll see you guys again soon.